And welcome to the Ferocia Kotler here in Delhi for the final. The match-up between Australia and India in this triangular series, and it's a nice warm day, and I think it's going to be a battle of two totally different strategies. When you look at the teams, you see India chock full of wily spinners, and they've got some very good batsmen, particularly up the top of the order there. Ganguly, Tendulkar, Azharuddin, RJ Jadeja in terrific form, and Sidhu comes back into the side, and he replaces Vinod Kambli. So that's a strong lineup with plenty of good spin bowlers. For Australia, well, they've gone for strength in numbers when it comes to batting, a very long batting lineup, and they're putting a lot of faith in their pace and seam bowlers. It's Tom Moody back into the side after his hamstring has repaired, and out of the side goes the off-spinner Gavin Robertson. So that's the Australian lineup. The pitch, well, it's the same one that they played against Zimbabwe on. It looks to be a good one, but I think it might deteriorate a little as the day goes on. And the toss, well, it was won by Mohammad Azharuddin, and not surprisingly, he decided to bat first. We pick up play. India are none for none, and it's Damien Fleming bowling to Sourav Ganguly. That's good delivery from Damien Fleming. Plenty of bounce there, and the short pitch delivery right on line.
Well, it means that the Australians have done a bit of homework. They know that Sourav Ganguly likes to get onto the front foot, and he's very, very fluent off the front foot.
And Kaspovic also coming around the wicket. Tendulkar off the mark, and back for the second. That's well run. Bowlers just having the upper hand at the moment. Well, that's a lovely shot from Ganguly, showing that he can force through the covers off the back foot as well as hit off the front foot. Lovely shot, and this time the placement is there.
Well, that is the Ganguly we all know. The man with minimum effort and maximum results. Look at that. Sheer timing. Beautiful timing.
This will be close. And they're asking for the replay. Good return there from Michael Kaspovic. Ganguly knew he was in trouble and he was charging.
Well, if he's out, then he'll have only himself to blame, because one, he's taking a chance against a fast bowler's arm. Two, it's a small ground, and he should know that on a small ground the throws come in that much quicker. This is going to be a touch and go decision.
Better shot, slightly fuller in length, and this is the magic of the man. He picked it immediately, and he was so quickly into the shot and hit it well, and as Sonny said, he hit it with the full face. This time it's over mid-off again, just inside the rope. India 34 without loss.
That shows you the very good start by the bowling side. No wickets. That's the thing that Australia is lacking. But from a runs per over basis, it's a very good start. And in the air, and he's got him. What a catch by Gilchrist. He's put the slip in, and Sachin Tendulkar has obliged. And Gilchrist has taken a beauty. A William Grant's classic catch to get rid of the Indian master.
Well, what a catch it was as well. The shorter delivery this time from Fleming. He digs it in. Tendulkar's been on the front foot trying to drive. Plays it just off his shoulder there. And look at that catch there. That is a William Grant's classic. As Hooksy said, Tendulkar the first man down for 15. India 1 for 37.
The Indian captain comes to the crease in very, very good form because of this.
Yeah, very good delivery here from Damien Fleming. just under his armpit, so that's pretty illegal delivery there. Tendulkar was surprised. He's been getting on the front foot, and that's a superb catch there from the keeper, Gilchrist. Not much Tendulkar could do about that. He likes to get on the front foot.
And again, but this time, no bounce. And that is where Azharuddin is very strong when the ball comes through around about thigh pad height outside off stump. And he's pierced that little gap. Brilliant shot by Ganguly. He's got a slither of light to get through, and he got through without the fieldsman even moving. And he's done it again. You won't see two better shots through the offside, one square, one through the covers, with a packed offside field than that. Tom Moody, medium pace bowler. And width, and 4.
And this is exactly what I was talking about in our pre-match report. This ground, you're going to get murdered on it if you give any width whatsoever.
4 balls to go before the field restrictions go off. Big crowd here at the Firozshah Kotla. Huge number of people outside the ground this morning. He's taken the catch and he's given him. Happened so often in the 15th over. Sourav Ganguly has gone and Tom Moody has done it for Australia with a great deal of help once again from Adam Gilchrist.
Well, I think it did look as if Sourav Ganguly was trying to take advantage of that last over before the field restrictions are removed. We've given him the charge of the first ball of the over. This time it does look as if it might have gone off his left shoulder. Very good effort there by Adam Gilchrist. Sourav Ganguly, however, is deemed out by the umpire for 29, and India have lost their second wicket for 58.
Navjot Sidhu comes into bat with Australia, continuing their good work this morning. He's a wonderfully honest person, Navjot Sidhu. If he's got to pull someone's leg, very often he's pulling his own. It's always a good thing to do.
Yes, he can laugh at himself for Navjot Singh. So this one going down the leg side.
That's well played, and he's found the gap. He's found the gap perfectly. There were 2 men there. 5 from the over. It's 70 for 2. What a shot. Might just be pulled in. But it was so pretty. Shane Warne noticeably not sending a big return in.
Shane Warne just having quite an extended chat to and with Steve Waugh. Quicker one, and it's going to give some work for the man at cover point, but he won't get there. Damien Martin is quick in the outfield and very good, but the quicker delivery from Shane Warne, Azharuddin was able to use that pace.
That's a lovely shot. He's been showing in this series what a good offside player he is, Azharuddin.
Nice soft shot by Azharuddin, but Fleming's able to prevent the 2.
The 100 coming up in the 27th over. So slightly slower going than we've seen from India in previous matches. But they're still building up to what will be a pretty reasonable total.
Steve Waugh hasn't done a lot of bowling over the last 4 or 5 years because of plenty of injuries. And that's what we saw during the test matches from Sidhu. And as he placed it, he has. Quite happy to hit over long on in the air. He hits a big 60 in that area, on this occasion a boundary. And a chance now for a run out, keeper's end, but Shane Warne just boarding what Ian Chappell said. He can't throw, and that lack of ability to throw may well have cost Australia a real chance for a run out of the batsman's end. Very good partnership by these two. Leg side, it's gone very fine, it'll go to the boundary. Steve Waugh just a bit short and a bit leg side, and that combination was easy pickings for Azharuddin. And he's gone straight again, Sidhu. And he's pierced the gap. So once again, that full face of the bat hitting through the ball.
Never cease to marvel at Sidhu's ability to hit the ball cleanly. You rarely see him miss-hit one of those lofted shots.
18 runs already. He's only bowled a couple of overs. This is his third. Just bowled the one delivery so far in that.
And he's got him. It's a good catch by Michael Bevan. And Mohammad Azharuddin, soon after crossing 8,000 runs, has found the fielder at deep mid-wicket.
Well, the Australians are pretty happy with that. Mohammad Azharuddin wouldn't be too happy. He's pulled this one from way outside off stump. There's a man out there in the deep, Michael Bevan. He only has to make a few metres, and he just basically swallows that. So Azharuddin's on his way for 44. The third wicket down for 128.
Ajay Jadeja comes into bat. He's coming at the fall of Mohammad Azharuddin's wicket. He was batting beautifully in the middle of a great patch. And what a good shot to get out the mark as well.
So Shane Warne has been brought on from Tom Moody's end. Tom Moody bowled 10 overs straight this morning.
That is a lovely shot from Sidhu. It's a lovely shot because he's picked that spot and he's picked it really well. So 7 from the over. It's 139 for 3. Run rate is looking a lot better than it was. And that's beautifully played. It's one of the shots he plays very well.
I tell you what annoys you more, Harsha, is that shot just there when you... Rather than running in and not bowling, this is worse, to run in and just fire it down leg side. And there it is, the little tickle. Helps it on its way.
Might well be caught, he is. Steve Waugh bowled a slow one. An over that's given him a bit of strife, has produced a wicket. And he's lulled 2 Indian batsmen now into playing shots like those. That was a very good catch, right back on the edge of the 30-yard circle.
And this is how it happened. A slower ball again. He tries to hit it down the ground, just gets it off the bottom of the bat and just spoons up a simple catch there. Damien Fleming, the man at mid-on. So another wicket down for 144. Sidhu on his way for 38.
This Rishikesh Kanitkar is the new batsman.
Around the wicket to the left-hander, and no good results for Australia there. Terrific result for India. So very welcome boundary. Boundary's a little bit scarce and overs sort of 25 to 40. So anyone's a bonus.
Well, it's going to be Shane Warne to replace Steve Waugh at the pavilion end.
Possibly from here, an appeal. Shane Warne believes it hit the pad first and then the bat. Ponting has appealed for mid-wicket as well as Gilchrist behind the stumps.
It's the skidding top spinner from Shane Warne. It's pretty hard for the umpire to give that out when it's been hit very firmly. May have just brushed the pad on the way through.
Bowling, Shane.
It's a nice positive shot. Long stride, and Jadeja's going back for 2. And if it hits, he'll be close. Good pick up by Shane Warne. And great running by Jadeja. Run rate staying around about the same. Damien Fleming. And that's out. So Fleming around the wicket to the left-hander. First ball in the new spell. And the Connecticut staying at the crease. Just put the bat towards the ball and straight behind him the stumps went over.
Right on line, Damien Fleming, to start the new spell. And batsman perhaps looking to try and run that down to third man, beaten by a little bit of movement off the seam. India 177 for 5.
Arjit Agarkar comes in at the fall of the 5th wicket. Niam Mongia was scheduled to come in. Look for 2. It goes to Lehmann's right-hand side. An easy 2 for the Indian batsman. Good running and good knowledge as to who the fielder was in that position. 5 and inside the circle to Agaka. And that slid back as well. Damien Fleming can't believe it. It may have been a bit high and moving too much. He's getting a lot of movement out there, Damien Fleming. Wide and in the air, and that's the man at mid-off, Steve Waugh. So Shane Warne rewarded in his final over for some very good bowling today.
Good anticipation there by Steve Waugh. He was moving away to his left as the ball was hit. Ball was struck quite firmly, but Steve Waugh was well on his bike and caught that easily. Shane Warne getting a victim. Gurkha for 4, India 185 for 6.
Nayan Mongia was listed to come in at the fall of the 5th wicket, but he comes in at the fall of the 6th. Gurkha just not getting over the ball, and in the end probably not trying to hit it over the top, which might have been his best option at the end. Well, he asked Steve Waugh, could I try and bowl him around his legs? Steve Waugh gave him permission, but Jadeja was equal to it.
Because this is more like a 4-days pitch. Bit of a fumble will allow the batsman to come back for the second, maybe even a third. That's sloppy cricket by the Australians. Is it over the top? It's short. This is a very good shot by Ajay Jadeja, and that brings up the 200 of the Indian innings. 200 for 6. Wide, he's given him room. That's all that Ajay Jadeja needs. Just a little bit of width. That's what he's looking for in the final overs. Well, the run rate 4.5. India's run rate in the previous matches has always been over 5. Well, it's also given Jadeja the time to regroup. They've been bowling wide to him outside the off stump, and he's been slashing them away. That's gone up in the air. That's very cleverly bowled by Michael Kasparowicz. All he's got to do is hold on to it. The slower delivery, as soon as he saw Jadeja coming down the pitch to give him the charge, Kasparowicz bowled the slower delivery. Jadeja going through with that shot, just skied it high up in the air. Simple catch to Kasparowicz.
Yes, Michael Kasparowicz throwing in the slower delivery. Jadeja giving him the charge. Kasparowicz takes it very casually. He's a very good fielder. Simplest of catches. Jadeja on his way for 48. The 7th wicket down for 218.
2.2 overs left for the Indian innings. They've lost 7 wickets. Slower delivery this time on the pads. This is a very welcome boundary for India. He's gone for the big one. Will it be caught? Yes. Michael Bevan coming in. This is, remember, a small ground, so he is well inside. And Damien Fleming has taken yet another wicket. He's a 3rd wicket of the innings, that of Nayan Mongia, and India now tottering.
Yes, the slower ball again. Just stays back on the back foot, tries to hit it. Michael Bevan's the man out there on the fence, makes good ground. Makes that look very simple indeed in the end. So, Mongia on his way for 14, the 8th wicket down for 225.
Venkatesh Prasad batting for the first time in this tournament. And he's castled him. Just left the middle stump standing.
Well, if that was 10-pin bowling, it's almost a strike there. Just left the 1 pin standing right up in the block hole. So Prasad's on his way, and this is how it happened. Kasparowicz, he tries to give himself room. Kasparowicz just fires it right up in the block hole. Takes out our stump cam, our leg stump, everything. Prasad's on his way for 1. The 9th wicket down for 227.
Rahul Sanghvi, the left-hand spinner. place for Delhi. He's there because Venkatesh Prasad lost his middle and leg stump. Well, he was going for a walk. The ball was hit straight to Mark Waugh. Umpire Chopra has asked for the third umpire, but the Australians walking off confident that they've got their man.
Well, Mark Waugh doesn't even bother for the replay. He's just walked off anyway. He doesn't miss too often. Sangby's tried his luck again here, and that is out. His bat is in the air. It's not on the ground there. It's about a foot off. So a very good effort there from the Australians. Kasperwitz and Fleming doing the job. The strike bowlers taking the wickets. 5 between them. So very disappointed India there, limping off the ground.
Well, Australia obviously had a plan and they stuck to it extremely well, and it concerned a few short pitch deliveries. They unsettled the Indian batsmen, and the plan worked very well because they restricted them to 227, which was a terrific performance by the Australians, certainly their best performance in the series so far. Azharuddin, good bowling performance all around from the Australians. They'll be chasing at a rate of around about 4.5 per over, and the opportunity is there to pluck the trophy out of India's grip. We pick up play, there's no runs on the board, and it's Venkatesh Prasad bowling to Mark Waugh. Lovely shot from Mark Waugh, a boundary to start with.
Well, it's been a 6 or 7 week period of some of the world's great players off their legs this past nearly 2 months in both the test matches and now the one-dayers.
It's going to be Ajit Agarkar to bowl from the pavilion end. Gilchrist on strike. Edge straight to Tendulkar, and he grabs a very sharp chance. What a wonderful start for Agarkar.
Well, the start the Indians and the fans wanted. Wide, Gilchrist playing the shot that he's employed to do, that is get after the bowling. But Tendulkar again showing that he's a very good slip fielder as well as an outfielder. And Gilchrist goes for one, caught by Tendulkar. First ball of the bowling by Agarkar, and Australia 6 for 1.
Well, Ricky Ponting comes in 1 ball earlier than when he made his record equaling score of 145. Gilchrist very well caught there by Sachin Tendulkar. That's a lovely on drive. Picked off the 1 loose ball in the last couple of overs. Australia 16 for 1. Driving on the rise and driving very well.
We saw Mark Waugh the other day play a lot of shots outside of his popping crease and moving into the ball as he played it. That's normally an indication the pitch is keeping a little bit low or a fraction low.
Oh, he's a good player of the pull shot. So a third boundary in this innings for Ponting, and he's looking very confident. Nice shot there from Mark Waugh. Good timing. And taking 1 for the throw.
Uppishly, but safe, and it's a boundary.
Well, he's picked the gap pretty well, Ricky Ponting. He hit it exactly where he wanted to, but a bit uppishly.
Well, there should be another boundary. This is a small ground. Ajit Agarkar paying the penalty for giving Ricky Ponting a bit of room to play that half-cut, half-drive. Well, that's another fine drive. Another fine drive off the back foot. And it's an expensive over from Ajit Agarkar, the 10th of the Indian innings. Australia 56 for 1. Anil Kumble, who bowled so well in the Test series, and he will be bowling from the delegate end. Too close for the cut.
Yes, he's nearly paid the price here. A bit of top spin as well.
Bolden played it off the inside edge. We've been talking about the ball keeping low. It's done that once again. It also hasn't come off the pitch as quickly as Mark Waugh was expecting. That's a big wicket for India.
Yeah, so disappointment here for Mark Waugh, and this is tried a few times this over to try and run it down. This time squeezes it down too late. The ball just trickles through, hits his off stump, and the Indians are elated there. Mark Waugh's on his way for 20, the second wicket down for 56.
Michael Bevan, rated by Steve Waugh only recently as the best one-day player in the world.
So that's the second wicket down, and we've got a second change here as well. Kanitka's brought on from the pavilion end.
Full toss, Tendulkar gets it back, but not quick enough. One run of that over, the 14th of the innings, Australia 60 for 2. He's got that through the field, and that'll go for 4. 5 came from the over, it's 65 for 2. Rooms pretty close to each other. Well, that's one way of getting out of it. Not in control of the shot at all. Oh dear. No, that's not a replay. I'd want to see 70 for 2 after 16 overs. Rahul Sanghvi. It's a good third umpire decision. I think it'll be very close, so the Indians believe they've made it. There's a lot of time between Mongia getting the ball and actually taking the bails off.
Once again, Flight troubling an Australian batsman. A bit of bounce there, but Mongia has got him off just in time. Stumps are broken. Ponting beaten once again by Flight. That's good bowling from Rahul Sanghvi. Ponting sees the bad news, and he has to go. Yeah, he's a very good flight bowler. Ponting a little frustrated, came down, tried to hit it over the top. There was some bounce there, as well as the spin. Mongia just took a while to gather it, but he got there quickly enough. It's 84 for 3.
So this is a bit of a surprise. Shane Warne is coming.
Warne's stats there, averaging 11, best of 55, so he's way short of his expectations, I'd have thought. He did come off one match, he got a quick 20-odd, the World Cup campaign. But that was a very nearly rock and rolls. He's gone for the big one, got to swipe it over mid-wicket. There's a big, not really a gap out there, there's a man at mid-wicket as well. No connection there.
Venkatesh Prasad coming back on for Mohammad Azharuddin. And that's a very good shot from Shane Warne. Very good shot. Won't get to the boundary because Ganguly is pretty good out there. And a good throw. So Warne showing his intentions. 3 men on the offside, 1 on the leg side to save the single. And he's gone high. He's gone very high, running back with it. Kumble can't get there. And Shane Warne is of the theory that there is more room in the air than on the ground. Nice shot from Warner, slow ball again. He'll get 2. Ganguly is at cover point. So 10 runs from the Prasad over in his new spell. And he's been very expensive. And that brings up the century for Australia. 228 is the target. And 1 more over to halfway. Sanghvi to bowl. And that's where he goes, over cover. And that's a very good shot from Shane Warne. So a boundary to complete the over. 2 good overs in a row for Australia. 107 for 3. No man at fine leg on the fence. And got him. Shane Warne looks around for the no ball. But it didn't appear to be too high. It has to be over the shoulder in the stance position. In the standing position, I should say. And the full toss has clipped the bails. and Shane Warne is out.
Yeah, it's a bit of bad luck here for Warne. It was at pace as well. You see the ball doesn't bounce at all, just clips the bails. Warning's a bit surprised by it. He waited and went for the umpire for a decision, but unfortunately it's in the negative. He's on his way for 14. Australia 4 for 111.
Steve Waugh, the Australian captain, has come in. And a miss up if he hits, he's in trouble. And Steve Waugh had given up the ghost. And fortunately for Australia, Jadeja missed. And as we thought, Mohamed Azharuddin spoke to Anil Kumble during that Prasad over, and he's decided to bring him on from the Delhi gate end.
But a long chase for Karnitka. Very difficult to run out Michael Bevan. You usually got to aim for the other end with your throw. Steve Waugh's got hold of that one all right, and it's into the crowd.
$135 for 4.
Just 3 men on the onside for Steve Waugh, all on the boundary. And because of that, Steve Waugh moving to the offside, looking for 2. That's well run again, and unbelievably, they keep throwing to Michael Bevan's end.
Rahul Sanghvi's last over. $50 to Michael Bevan from 95 balls. It's been an innings of substance rather than flair, which is what we normally associate with him. He's got a long journey to cover still. Oh, they lost it, both of them. Neither long leg nor mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket knew where that ball was going. Went straight into the boundary. Well, India batted very badly from this stage. Finished with 227, 59 runs in those last 10 overs. 59 from 60 balls now. Yes, they needed that. That's a big one. Second 6 for Steve Waugh. Now, David Hooks was talking a short while back of a 10 over followed by a 6 over, and Steve Waugh set himself up for a 10 over here. And he's gone for it again. That's another big blow. It's a lot flatter than the earlier one. That's gone for 6 as well. And this is the big over. And what Steve Waugh has done is he's given the impression that he could have done it all along. Gee, is it that hard? Is it that really hard? And that's a very, very big over for Australia. Might well be the over that clinches the match for them. 19 from it. It's 188 for 4. So Agarkar comes back. Oh, they're going to take a second. This is top running. Very, very good running.
Oh, dear, that one's straight at the throat. It's got to be a no ball. Gets it away for another couple. So it's not a bad little cushion, Sonny, to have along the way. But Australia played pretty well today. I mean, they've played in spurts and patches before this. But there's been a few fellas just coming to form at the right time.
And that's a half century for Steve Waugh, coming with a boundary. Very well played innings by the Australian captain. Ran beautifully between the wickets in the early stages, then played some big shots. And he's got his half century in 52 deliveries.
Yes, very good captain's knock indeed.
It's almost like an action replay. Steve Waugh waiting for the ball to come on and then back cutting him for 2 consecutive boundaries now. Anil Kumble being brought on by Mohammad Azharuddin. Last throw of the dice for Mohammad Azharuddin, because he's the man who's kept the Australians quiet.
Oh, yeah!
Bowled him. Tried to repeat the shot. This was the quicker one. And Steve Waugh is bowled. Is there hope for India?
Well, those people there think there is, Sonny. I'm sure the players still think there might be a slight hope. Steve Waugh going back once too often. This one the top, he straight through, takes the top off stump. Steve Waugh on his way for a great 57. Australia 5 for 210.
Modi replacing his captain Steve Waugh.
Waugh trying to cut once too often. That one too close, angled in. Just collects his off stump. Did he for pace as well, just skipped off the pitch. Surprised him. That's our stump can view. You can see how quickly that ball got onto him. Well, there's the equation. 18 off 30.
Bevan wants to go for the second. If the throw is on target, he could have been in trouble.
Ganguly, the fielder out there. Bevan knew this was always two. He's so quick on the turn, changing direction. By the time that man's picked that ball up, Bevan was already on his way back.
Bevan looking for the second. Yes, he's got it. And he's got it easily. 6 runs from that over, 216 for 5.
What a catch! This is an outstanding catch from an outstanding cricketer.
Well, Tom Moody's helped him out here. Despite the shorter, wider delivery. RJ Jadeja at point. Just have a look at this catch. It's one of the best ones we've had over here so far. Sensational. Unbelievable catch, that one. Caught it behind him. It's a pity the competition's there, but Tom Moody is on his way for 4. So Australia's 6 down for 219.
Darren Lehman's come in to replace Tom Moody, who was out to a sensational catch.
Jadeja, it is the man at point. Just have a look at that. Off the ground, completely in the air, and catches it actually behind him.
6 of 11.
He's gone over the top. One bounce into the fence. Darren Lehman not wanting to waste any time.
Well, he showed his intent from the moment he's got out there. He didn't want to muck around getting these runs. The field up especially. The only men that are out is one at square and one behind square. So plenty of room down the ground, and that's exactly where he goes, over extra cover.
And now just 2 of 10 deliveries. And now he plays a cheeky shot, dabs it down. Just jogs along for a single, leaving the winning run to be scored by Michael Bevan. He's played very well, Michael Bevan. Kept his head in spite of the fact that the Australians lost 2 quick wickets in Ponting and Mark Waugh. And he's gone over the top, and that's it. Australia have won the triangular series. They were beaten by India in the 2 round-robin matches, but they have won the match that counts, the finals. Handshakes all round. This has been a very convincing victory by the Australians. In the dressing room, the Australian players congratulating each other. So they finish their tour of India with a victory. They haven't had the best of tours. They lost 2 test matches. They won 1 test match, the 3rd test match. They're the Indian Cricket Board President, Raj Singh Dungarpur, offering his congratulations. Shane Warne vigorously applauding his teammates. So it's been a tremendous tournament. India having played well, having been unbeaten in the league phase, lost the 1 match that was important, the finals. That's the winning captain, Steve Waugh, and behind him, Shane Warne, congratulating Michael Bevan and shaking hands with Darren Lehman.
Well, Australia have won the trophy. 231 for 6. It looks fairly comfortable, but in the end it took a bit of battling, particularly from Michael Bevan. He played extremely well, 75 not out. As long as he was there, Australia always had a very good chance in the match. Steve Waugh, well, he took his opportunity when it came, and he had a terrific over there against the inexperienced off-spin of Karnetica, and that really swung the match right in Australia's favour. Half century for the captain, and he would have been very pleased with his contribution with bat and ball. In the end, the Australians winning reasonably comfortably, and a little disappointing there for a couple of the younger spinners. But Prasad took a bit of hammer early on. Gurkha, he's a real man for the future for India. He was impressive again, got a wicket with his first ball, 2 for 53. And Kumble, well, he was excellent, 2 for 36. But in the end, it was Australia just too good in the match that mattered. They're making a bit of a habit of just finding their way into the finals and then winning the big ones. The man of the match, well, that was the Australian captain, Steve Waugh, with a terrific contribution with bat and ball. And the man of the series, not surprisingly, Jadeja, who finished with an average of just over 350. An amazing series for him. But the Australians, well, they've had a very good finish to the tour. They'll be happy. They've plucked the Pepsi Trophy and they're off to Sharjah for more one-day games. Hope that you've enjoyed our coverage of the Test and the one-dayers, and we look forward to your company